Hello, everyone, and welcome to Philosophy. This is your host with the most, George. All right, guys, I want to talk to you about mind numbing, right? Um, that's one of the terms people use for it, or like scrolling, doom scrolling, right, on social media or things of that nature, right? Um, the reason I'm bringing this up is because I just found myself caught in that loop. I got some stuff going on with me, right? And, philosophy is a brilliant setup because I use it myself every day, moment to moment. And, the beautiful thing is that we can aid ourselves. We can reach back into ourselves to pull ourselves out of the tar pit, right? Into safety. And how do we do that? It's by feeling, it's by being honest, it's about being mindful of your right now moment. I got stuff that I've been putting a band-aid on for a very long time. And, personal stuff. Um, you know, gosh, I don't want to get too particular, right? Because other people will be listening to this thing, but or the ones that are involved will be listening to this. So it's essentially I want more. I'm not satisfied. And it's funny because we all have belief systems that think that or better said, breaking past our habitual self will be jeopardizing, right? Will be just peril, right? And so that's cool, right? That's cool. That discovery within ourselves is really interesting because, you know, expansion expansion is what nature does, and we are part of nature. So we expand, and obviously we have concepts, personality constructs that kind of fight that process a little bit, right? Because our personality construct needs to identify. Right, we need to identify who we are. If we're constantly growing, then who are we becoming if we're different from who we are? Does that make sense? And so there's a little conflict. Obviously, we still become more of ourselves, right? Obviously. That's the objective perception, right? But obviously the internal ego survival safety mechanism, right? Um, that one doesn't like change much, right? Because change is uncertain, right? And so the reason I'm bringing this up because obviously, um, doom scrolling and and things of that nature, distractions, procrastination, blah blah blah, or feeling unfulfilled, whatever. Those are just the sensations. You're feeling the sensations of that latent um, recognition that there's something we're holding ourselves back, right? That we're uncomfortable with something that's becoming within us, right? And that's super cool because that's growth, that's expansion, that's you becoming more of you. And that's that's something, right? That's something for sure. You know, we're constantly a work in progress. We're constantly growing moment to moment to moment. We don't stop. We just don't stop. A lot of times in Western society, right? We perceive getting older as a bad thing. We're falling apart. No, man, you're getting better. You're gaining, you're adding on what you knew, right? And so, I'm in my 50s. I'm halfway through my life, quote unquote. But no, man, I'm in the best shape I've ever been, mentally, physically, spiritually, right? You know, I don't think it's an accident that philosophy is being launched at this state because, you know, we need to speak about this. This is something that boils within us that no one ever addresses. We don't need to wait until we crack, right? And then we have to go to therapy and stuff, which is, I hate to say it, but it's almost like a game because, you know, ideally the people that we go to make a living at it, right? And so if they make a living at it, wouldn't it be to their benefit that you keep on coming back as a client? Ugh, right? So there's a caveat there. And so philosophy is simply just a mechanism. It's a process of you figuring yourself out. Guys, we don't need a manual to ourselves. We just don't. We need to handle our stuff when it happens. We're with us with ourselves moment by moment by moment. Do you understand? So we can handle ourselves. We have the equipment, we have our emotions, we have our thinking, we have this beautiful body, this exquisite reality, this universe that's very consistent and just forthcoming for us. And we don't have to catastrophize, which I do all the time. I'm not gonna say I don't, right? I'm always conflictive in that space, and I'm super honest about it because sometimes I'm a doomsdayer, right? So, but at the same time, I'm, shooting for the stars and know our infinity, right? And so it's so fun. It's so fun being me, right? And so I just want to let you know that you're not broken. Distracting yourself is a mechanism that we use to find ease. It's not okay to feel uncomfortable all the time. We look for ease. Procrastination is essentially looking for ease. It's whatever task or whatever thing that you're trying to manage at the time is a bit overwhelming. So we need a little bit of relief. That's what you're looking for. That's what it is. It's nothing more complicated. You're not broken. You're not lazy. You're not less than in any particular way. Okay. You're finding ease within your biology. You're trying to find a better moment for yourself. Okay. And so the reason I talk about all this is because knowing the mechanisms facilitates our understanding of ourselves. A lot of times we think that we're constantly on this hamster wheel of performance, and then we die, right? And no, it's not like that. It's always becoming. We're always becoming. We're always growing. The more we know about ourselves, the more we can reach out to others and lift each other up. You understand? So again, you're not broken. Continue scrolling to doom, right? But recognize as you're doing it, okay, that you're avoiding something that's a little uncomfortable for you. And that's okay. Okay. Just be kind to yourself. That's okay. Now, it's good to like what I do. I put it down and I take a deep breath and I'm like, okay, I know, whatever I'm working on right now inside. Sometimes I can't put a name on it, but I just feel it, right? I feel it, and I go, "You know what? I'm working on something that I just can't quite put my finger on right now, but I'm okay, right? I'm okay, and I know I'll get to the bottom of this. I know I'm becoming more, and that's what I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling that the parameters of where I've been, right, or who I've been, and I'm constantly expanding past those that shell, right? And that's what we are, right? We're not broken. We're constantly looking for ease and then challenge, ease and challenge, and ease and challenge. And that's okay. That's growth, right? That's growth. And guys, I love you very much. That's why I'm sharing all this with you. And, make sure to tune into philosophy.com. I have books and workshops and video and content. This is all new program, so I'm trying to put it all out as well as I can. But my idea is to have just a good, strong source of understanding for ourselves, right? To find peace within ourselves, to find alignment within ourselves, to find that we are growing, that we are constantly expansion and we're feeling growing pains. Okay. So again, lots of love. I'll catch you guys on the next podcast. You guys have a wonderful day and big hug. I'll see you. Bye.